Hankerson was getting first-team reps today. What kind of a weapon is he for this offense, and how are you looking to utilize him?
Well, if he adds consistency to his game, he could be a great weapon for us offensively. He's fast, he's put on weight, he's put on some strength this offseason. We just need consistency out of him, and he'll take care of the football for us. But we're trying to rotate all those guys in, not necessarily a 1 or a 2 or a 3 right now.
Is there anything wrong with Jonathan Wallace, or are we just not seeing it?
We're just trying to get a look at some of those other guys, see what they can do. We're just keeping a consistent rotation going.
With Melvin in the backfield right now, you guys have really looked to run the read option a lot, and that was something you prided yourself in bringing, and you weren't able to do it as much last year. How much of the playbook is opened up now that you have a quarterback who can be like that in the backfield and run those mesh plays?
Well, I think there's just a few different style of plays that we can run now. It's still going to be a matter of how much we can give him. I don't know that yet. I don't know how much of the book that he can handle. We're giving quite a bit of it to him right now, just after 2 days. So we're giving him a lot of different looks and see how he handles it. We have just a meeting day tomorrow, so we kind of have a chance to collect our thoughts and catch our breath and review what we've done, and get back at it again on Tuesday.
With that read option, though, that's something that you really wanted to implement early last season, and you weren't able to do it with Graham. You ran it a little bit with Graham, but certainly not to the effectiveness that you can run it with a player like Melvin. Does that open up other aspects of the playbook that we might not correlate between the two?
Yeah, absolutely. It just adds another dimension to your offense. Makes the defense be more accountable for the quarterback. We want them to have to cover all 11, not just play against 10.
How does that make the offensive line's job easier to have a weapon like that in the backfield?
Well, I think anytime that you got quality runners back there that can handle a guy or make a guy miss, you're going to help the offensive line.
In terms of the offensive line cohesion, are you happy? I mean, it's 2 days of camp. I don't think you're going to draw any conclusions, but are you pleased with how they came into camp and the shape they're in and their ability to perform early on?
Yeah, I am. Our guys have all come in good shape, and we look bigger, we look stronger, so I'm pleased with that. But until we get pads on and start playing real football, it's hard to make a true assessment.
How much of the offense do you have in now as opposed to, say, the end of last year? Have you added to it, or is it?
Well, we only have 2 days worth, so.
Well, you had the spring. Did you? I mean, I'm assuming you added a little bit more in the spring, didn't you?
Yeah, we probably added 20% more than maybe what we did a year ago. We've got a few new wrinkles going right here, just with, again, that involves the quarterback in the run game.
The young guys, what are you seeing on them?
You know, I like the young guys. They got a lot of poise at quarterback. You're talking. They're poised. I like their demeanor. I like their competitiveness and their toughness. But they're swimming out here a little bit, just mentally on the field. They're beginning to grasp it in the classroom, but it's another thing out here full speed. In the no huddle when the pressure's on to get a call and run it correctly.
You've been running Hankerson with the third team, and he looks a little bit lighter than perhaps I saw him last when he was at Boyd Anderson. Is he cut weight?
No, he's actually gained some weight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he just looks sprier then. How surprised were you to see him be able to come in and challenge for minutes early on?
Not surprised. I knew when we recruited him. He was a guy, again, that had ability, had some football savvy, comes from a spread offense in high school, so has an understanding of it. Came out here and competed when he came to camp, high school camp with us, so I could see a lot of his competitiveness there, so I'm not surprised he's out here competing.
Do you expect him to continue to get those third team snaps if he?
Well, we got him there right now just to see what he can do. Okay. I just want to see what him and DJ can do. They're taking their first college snaps of practice, so that's why they're there right now, just so we can see, what they can do.
In terms of wide receiver depth, it's actually deep now. I imagine that you would want to keep the competition going until the very last day of camp. There's not really you're not looking for starters like you would say on the offensive line. You're looking for guys who can contribute, and while keeping the competition up, I imagine, would help find those guys easier.
Yeah, I think it's competitive when you only have one football, so those guys are competing for that ball, and you like to keep it competitive and not necessarily name who all the starters are, and certainly some of those skill positions, so they do compete all through camp and get better. But I'm happy with those guys. I told them today, I thought they competed their tails off today and really showed some things today that I was really happy with.
What's the best thing you've seen so
far? We haven't turned the ball over yet in a live situation, so I'm happy with that. 2 days of practice and we haven't turned it over in a live situation. We had a couple that we turned over in one-on-one or a half-line pass scale. We got to get cleaned up. But when it was 11 on 11, we've for the most part taken care of the ball with the ones and twos.
Was that one of the, if not the biggest priority, coming in, things you wanted to fix from last year? Was that?
We wanted to fix our ball security and just our mental and physical toughness. Those are the things that we're really focusing on. And thirdly was finish. Those three things, if we can get better at those, we'll be a much better offense.
The ball security, is that a physical thing that they're stronger and able to hold the ball, or is it a mental thing that they're more focused on hanging on to it? How do you?
Both. Physically, that way, I thought that we got out-physicaled last year a few times against some teams. Middle Tennessee was stronger than us, and they just stripped the ball from us. So we're stronger now, so I think that's certainly one of them. And then just the awareness and the focus and the technique of how to carry the football and how to hold on to it through traffic.
Jeff Sims was talking yesterday about the challenge that you put forth to your offensive coaches. How did that come about?
You know, I think that sometimes you lose sight of things that are important. You come to a new situation, coaching a new group of guys, you spend so much time coaching football. We wanted to just take a moment and take care of our bodies, take care of our health. And then we said, you know what, we're going to challenge ourselves to be in the best condition that we can be in so that we can be up-tempo with the players too. We're asking our players to be up-tempo and play a no-huddle style offense. And we said we wanted to be able to coach at an up-tempo speed.
How readily does everybody buy into that?
You know, I think for all of us it was a little bit tough because we did it in the summer, and that's a tough time to do it because as a football coach, that's really your only time to really get away from things and have family time and go on vacation. And sometimes that's a tough thing to do when you're on vacation, but we did our best.
So I heard you were the winner body mass-wise, right? Or body fat-wise?
Yeah, we did a body compensation, but when it came down to the end, it was really hard to figure out and award the points. So
how much? I guess there's a reduction in body fat. How much for you was it?
8%.
Wow. You weren't a big guy to begin with.
No.
What about? And did Sims lose the most?
Yes.
And how much did he lose? Was it 20?
I don't know. I think he over 20 pounds. I think.
Did it become a talking point, I guess, in the Oxford Center, like when you guys were walking by, like I'm down 2 pounds. That kind of rivalry.
I think it was a friendly rivalry amongst the guys. Well, we had fun with it, and the unique thing about our staff is each of the staff members really kind of came up with their own way that they were going to diet or train and go about it. So each of us had opportunities to share how we were.
Players say anything to you?
No, not really. It was over the summer. They didn't really even know.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.